Hello, it's me, Griselda, the anti-guru, coming to you from the cunt cave, where I'm attempting to, work on the zygote and the zeitgeist and all the zeit, this and that, and following the muse. And what you see here before you, and some of you will recognize, is Larry the Devil, the Buddha and the dickhead, because this is spirituality for all the rest of us. This is some very practical, honest exploration of everything. Here, there is nothing that will be censored in regarding conversations, seeking the truth. So it's about seeking the truth. You have to consider everything, not just the things that everybody, says are right or wrong, or evil, or good, or negative, or positive, or light or dark. These concepts are all very subjective concepts. Depending on where you come from, depending on your experience in life, depending on all those things, is how you come to your conclusions about what you think truth is. And it's really kind of common sense. It's almost like when you hear that, it's like, oh, yeah, that's right, I forgot. It's like, oh shit, how did I forget? And why did I forget? Because we are inundated constantly with these ideas, subconsciously reinforced, pop culture, in what we call religion, in academia, and just all of these institutions. This morality of what is good and what is bad doesn't go questioned. It goes unquestioned. And to question it means that you must be bad. Because how could you possibly, be for something that a lot of people would call repulsive? And this is hard to do. This is so hard to talk about because, holy shit, this is some seriously sensitive stuff. And I can't go that deep right now and pull all the fucking ground out from underneath me at this very moment because I'm barely holding it together. You know what I'm saying? And that's, I understand. I do understand the fear of diving deeper, the fear of asking deeper questions, having the audacity to ask questions you're not supposed to ask. You know what I mean? The audacity, but god damn it, aren't we all naked underneath our clothes? Yes, the answer is yes. So this is a space to truly go there. Now check it out. This is not an excuse for people to abuse this potential. Okay? This is not an excuse for people to abuse the full potential of all potential. It's like giving a child the keys to like this mansion, and it just winds up wrecking everything because it doesn't know its value because it's ignorant as fuck. Right? This is what's going on, y'all. Okay? This is what's going on. And so we, in an effort to truly bust the cherry of the naivete that's buried and smothered underneath these fucking layers of this false morality and this fear of abandonment, this fear of not being loved, this fear. Everybody has this fear, so why don't we just get over it? If we don't get over it, it's going to take us into our demise. This is not a movie. This is not a commercial. This is a voice in the wilderness. It is okay to put down the ego so we can observe without judgment. We have to observe without judgment. We have to remember that there are some things that are uncompromisingly true. Truth is on a spectrum. Absolutely. And in that way, everything is true. Because who am I to say what your truth is not the truth? When I am coming at your truth from another space in the spectrum of living, of life. Who am I to say to you, no, that's not your truth? Of course it is your truth. What is the truth? Well, how about we start with some things that are just uncompromisingly true, that no matter if you are a man and you are a Muslim and you are an extreme Muslim, or you are a man and you are a Christian and you're an extreme Christian, whatever the case, no matter how different we are from each other, we probably could both agree that fire is hot. Right? Fire is hot. Right? Okay. Water is wet, at least in this realm, when it melts and it's under a certain temperature. Okay? Like, there's just some things you cannot talk it out with a lion. You know, it's going to eat you. And you can't be mad at the lion, right? It's a lion. It's supposed to eat you, you know. God. And it's not about, you know, your vanity or somehow you're hurt because the lion's going to eat you. It's just like we need to remember where the truth is, the uncompromising truth. Why don't we all start there? Back to square one. We are living on a planet with gravity. We are in a carbon-based life form. There are certain things that are just true. And it's rooted all in nature. Okay? This is why nature has been demonized. It had to be demonized. Because that is part of the spell they casted on everybody. And they knew it was going to go into henceforth forever, into generation after generation. And then when somebody or some people come out like voices in the wilderness and remind you that fire is hot, that person is going to be labeled a heretic. That person is going to be labeled the devil. That person is going to be labeled everything you're not supposed to want to be, so that you can feel fearful somehow for some reason. Maybe you're a man and you have been socialized, or you are a straight man and you have been socialized, you know, slowly. It's like a slow thing that happens, and by the time you know it, you just become it. It's sneaky as fuck. Okay? Alright? Maybe everything is true, and maybe everything is not true. The point is, if I remember that your experience, if you tell me that that's your truth, if I remember that I can go ahead and I see that that's your truth, why should I be offended? Why should I be triggered by someone else's truth? It is time that we face this false morality once and for all. I don't know about maybe not for all, because I don't fucking know everything about time, right? I mean, there are things that are just unfathomable. But I do know that at this juncture and at this time, we are at a critical place. We think we're living in a movie. And we're like in this existential experience outside of our bodies, imagining all of this like a movie, because we have turned into what the fucking Truman Show. Look at what they've done. And this is what they're continuing to do. And I don't know how and where it's all, but it has to wind up someplace that is going to be forced to bust it open, because that's all there's left to do. And in that's going to be chaos. When I say chaos, I mean not when you go to a movie and it's in the movies. I mean this is going to be outside your door. You're going to be living it. You're going to be living what other people have been living in other parts of the world that you see on CNN. Those people. Because that's a fucking Hollywood movie too, isn't it? My God. This is the stuff we have to face. Where inside of ourselves have we assumed that this is right or this is wrong? And why is that right and why is that wrong? Truly asking that question, not with some attitude as an answer, not as some stuck up, fake, false, narcissistic, shallow bullshit answer. Fuck those answers and fuck the people who are not fucking ready to face their shit. You are in the goddamn way. Okay? Jesus ain't coming for you. You understand? That's what I'm telling you. Snap the fuck out of it. If you don't snap the fuck out of it, then bye-bye. And when I say bye-bye, I don't mean like a magic carpet ride's going to come pick you up or something like that. I'm saying you're going to fall into a psychological despair filled with terror while you live. You think this is about death. To be dead and alive is the worst, most awful thing to be. That is worse than dying itself. But yet we are choosing that. Despite we are sadomasochistic, we are afraid of our power, And we are afraid to be responsible for it. I just wanted to give you a little introduction. A real ranting, authentic place from within me. Because if I don't get it out, it's going to rot on the vine. And I am the vine. And so are you. Thanks for listening to me. I really hope that everybody that's listening, or most of who is listening, I hope that you hear the deepest truth coming from me. I'm not pretending to be anything other than who I am. I'm speaking from the deepest part of my soul. If you're interested in having these kind of conversations, this is the kind of stuff that I am doing. Some of it's going to be designed with more trickster energy. Some of it's going to be designed with more holy whore energy. Some of it's going to be designed, with academia, sort of journalistic, whatever. You know what? I'm just going to bring it all together because one of those ways is going to speak to the people. I'm speaking to the people who are the most tired. I'm not here to try to convince some capitalist zombie that's enjoying itself 100% right now. You know what I mean? You know what I mean by that? I'm talking to the people who are the most tired. So I'm not interested in converting or convincing anyone. I'm just flying my freak flag and I'm going to find out who out there is the most fucking bored of all. Okay? Over it. This is dumb. Yes, it's time to remember. Alright. Thank you. And I'll come back around with another video. I want to start this conversation. Let's jump in with our, shit rolled up our sleeves, and then let's go ahead and let's unveil who we are. Come on. All right. See you next time.